What's up, you guys? Carlos Torre here, FightfulBoxing.com, here to give you some big bits of news regarding Top Rank's February 2nd, 2019 show from the Star in Frisco, Texas. Another world title fight has been added to the card. It's going to be the return of Oscar Valdez, the WBO featherweight world champion, who's been out of action for pretty much a full year due to suffering a broken jaw in his last fight. He'll be taking on Italian challenger Carmine Tomasone. And this is a big return for boxing. Oscar Valdez is coming off a really exciting win over Scott Quigg earlier this year, and he's been out of action since then. But with Valdez put into the card, there's been a big change into how ESPN is going to handle the broadcasting for the event. Now, originally, this was supposed to be a ESPN televised doubleheader featuring Eleider Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev for the WBO light heavyweight title. Here's the article as it appears on Fightful.com. And was also supposed to be the IBF lightweight title fight between Richard Comey and Isa Chaniev, and that fight was also formally announced today, although we had known about that fight for quite some time. Just the Top Rank never actually announced it per se. But now, instead of having just the televised card and then maybe having an undercard being on ESPN Plus, it's now going to be an ESPN card sort of being a lead-in to an ESPN Plus card, a second ESPN Plus portion of the broadcast at midnight Eastern. So here's how the broadcast schedule goes. You have from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. February 2nd, the undercard fights. Then starting at 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern on ESPN in English and ESPN Deportes in Spanish, you got Oscar Valdez versus Carmine Tomasone for the WBO featherweight title, and then Richard Comey versus Isa Chaniev for the vacant IBF lightweight title. Then, starting at midnight Eastern on ESPN Plus, you first got Teofimo Lopez, who is a rising star at lightweight, one of the most exciting knockout artists from this year. Also has one of the best knockout celebrations you'll see in boxing today, taking on an opponent to be determined later. But Lopez is looking to make waves at 135 pounds, possibly challenge for a title later on this year or in early 2020. And then after that, you got Alvarez versus Kovalev, the rematch from their August fight, which headlined the ESPN, an HBO card, I should say, from Atlantic City. Was an electrifying crowd over there in Atlantic City. Alvarez shocked the world by knocking out Kovalev in the 7th round to win his first world title. And now the rematch is taking place at the Star, which is the Dallas Cowboys practice facility. If you remember, that was also the same venue where Errol Spence Jr. had his last fight against Carlos Ocampo, knocking him out in the first round. So what do you think of this change in the ESPN lineup? Do you like that there's going to be more fights at the expense of Alvarez Kovalev taking place at a little later time than originally intended? Give us a thumbs up here on this video. Subscribe to our new Fightful Boxing and MMA channel. Carlos Torre of FightfulBoxing.com and Fightful.com. We're out.